Hey guys, it's the History Nerd and we are back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Habsburg Millennium. And where we last left off, we were finally, that's not unexpected, we were finally expanding the borders ever so slightly, the Duchy of Upper Burgundy. We can see, the Duchy of Provence here is in a rough place, getting gobbled up between basically us and France. And the border gore is going to be high here. I do apologize for that, but I think we'll be able to make it through. Because I mean, really, that would make a nice clean border with France. But I need my provincial lands, and I honestly don't know how I'm gonna get the Duchy of Dauphine on my side. We're gonna have to wind up fighting a war with France, getting some alliances in line to do that. But we'll figure it out. And really, we're gonna give this girl here a nice religious education from Otto. We shouldn't count our chickens before they hatch. We need to get the land and get into a position where we can, create the title ourselves. Maybe not thankfully. It looks like the only other places to go would be, venison and Nice to make sure we got enough land to create the title of the Kingdom of Burgundy. So that's gonna be a little tricky, but that's okay. One step at a time and one ruler at a time. Also, Gebhard here, he'll be ruling while we take. Let's just slow this down. Things are going a bit quick. He'll be ruling while we take the first chunk of Provence, but I don't think he'll be the first king of Burgundy. Perhaps it'll be the second Gebhard the Younger, but I have a feeling it's probably going to be one of his children or grandchildren. Which is fine. Yeah, 137 men, Provence, you're not going to find any holdings in my land that can be sieged down by 130 measly soldiers. Look at that. We've actually got enough troops here that we might just be able to hack it down to the end. I don't necessarily want to do that in case I need to do a bit more fighting. But 80%, he's not gonna say yes to that. I don't necessarily want to go in there and interrupt that siege. So we'll go around into Monferrato here. Or I guess we could try to kill these 100 and some odd men. Attrition seems to be doing a good enough job. We're going to stop, and we're going to engage. Are you going to make it out? New kingdoms in the west, or in the east, I should say. Oh, no, you don't. You're not escaping. Well, that was a good 9%. Let's go on to Monferrato. And we should be able to finish this up nicely. Which is good. It's always good. This is going to be the last episode in this recording session, so it's always good to end a recording session on a high note. Get ourselves some more land and figure out a strategy for everything else. Provence is going to be tough, though. Like, going to war against Genoa isn't a bad idea, and it shouldn't be that difficult, so we should be able to snag Nice relatively easily. When we got stuff to worry about in Provence, it's not going to go well. Emma, what are you doing back here? Your husband, the King of Castile, has died. That is too bad. So let's see, who can we'll marry you off to the Byzantine Empire, or Emperor. Excellent. So what could possibly go wrong? A weak girl who's good at things. There you go. There you go. Have fun. Just a kinswoman. I shouldn't be responsible for the education of kinspeople. You know, Chancellor, I'd really like it if you could get Maingold really, really upset with the Emperor. That would make my life happy. Because all I want is just Valais under my command. I don't even want the land myself. But it is just a normal county now. It's not a special religious one. So, you know, that's a good thing. But even if we can convince him to go off and form a rebellion, I don't think we'd be able to fight him and take it. Sure, Peter, you're in. A 60-year-old commander, what could possibly go wrong? Dieter, you can absolutely do that thing that you do. There we go, we got our land, which is good. So let's pull our troops home. And do a little management. We're not over our realm limit, which is great. We can now finally create the Kingdom of Burgundy. But with the imperial succession, I don't know. What if the Emperor decides to keep the title Kingdom of Burgundy? I guess, really though, that would put him in an awkward position. Because we'd always have something to plot against him. I think. Well, you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We're close to having the required amount of ducats. I think we'll just go for it. Create the title. Maybe what we'll do is we'll create the title when Gebhard the Younger takes the throne. So at least that way, we'll maximize our for sure time with the Kingdom of Burgundy title. And then hopefully, with the Imperial freaking Viceroyalty bullcrap, Kingdom Viceroyalities, we can get that working. You know what I mean? It made sense in my head. With the Kingdom Viceroyalities, we can continually make sure that it's one of ours that is getting elected in a position of power. Troubadour and his wife, the Troberitzes, has arrived from Occitania. I hope they know Falkenlied. That sounds like a fun song. And, I mean, critically, once we get the kingdom title, we'll be able to press our claims on places like Nice and later on Venison there. I don't know if it's actually venison, but it rolls off the tongue so nicely. 2 ducats a month? Why are we doing so bad? How's our... I mean, our vassals are okay. You're still being a jerk about pretty much everything. But once Ida takes over, things should sort themselves out. We can take it up to speed 4, I feel. And really, like, I understand that it's not a de jure part of the Kingdom of Burgundy. Take a look at the map again. Those lands are well outside our realm, but we could take them and add them, and then once we get all of the Duchy of Susa in, it can slowly de jure drift. As you can see, these blue lines here over the Duchy of Dauphine, it's being incorporated into the Kingdom of France. It takes 100 years, and the Kingdom of France must own all of Burgundy, or all of the lands of Dauphine for those 100 years. And then that just becomes a de jure Duchy of Burgundy, or Duchy of France. So the Kingdom of Burgundy becomes a very tiny little narrow thing. We'll probably want to push into Italy for some land for ourselves. And we still got plenty of time for de jure drift to actually work and have that area, the Duchy of Susa, actually considered a part of the Kingdom of Burgundy, thus making our lands a little bit better. We could also maybe push it into Lombardy as well, but I don't know how far I want to push into Italy. Obviously, we're going to need to push somewhere, and pushing into the Empire seems like a very dangerous idea. I think pushing into Shattered Italy would work a lot better. We can see in there, those lands, the Lombardy lands, taking out a chunk of Genoa too. And perhaps even, Genoa itself. Which, as I've said before, would be great for the transfer to EU4, which, fingers crossed, I just hope works. But we'll see. We'll see. Man, and this is episode 4, and I haven't even talked about the new expansion that's been announced for Crusader Kings 2 coming pretty darn quickly. The Conclave expansion, which finally, I've been saying this for a while, is going to add some more meat to the rather large skeleton that is Crusader Kings 2 now. Considering the length and the breadth of time and geography that this game now covers, when you think about it, when this game released, this was about what you had, like a little bit into the Seljuks land, but I mean, this was basically the map of the game, and now they've basically doubled the size of it, and increased the length of time. You can start now in, 769 and go all the way to 1454? 1455? It's crazy balls. So adding in, mechanics behind 296 now. Adding in mechanics behind, interacting with your vassals and the council management, which sounds absolutely great. And in the situation I'm in now as a vassal of the Emperor, you can work as a relatively strong vassal of the Emperor. I might add, we are indeed the strongest. That would give us a lot of weight in dealing with the council. So hopefully, if this game is still going, and it probably will be, when that expansion pack releases, hopefully it's save game compatible, and we can just take the Habsburg Millennium into new places with, working with the council and trying to make sure, I would imagine, I don't know this for sure, but I would imagine, considering the state I'm in with Valais right now, with the systems they're creating, we could use that to our advantage. Anyway, enough jibber-jabbering. Let's become the King of Burgundy, shall we? There we go. First mission accomplished. We're a king. But as we can see, I think, or maybe it's just, no, there we go. So the Kingdom of Burgundy goes to Duke Siegfried of Dauphine? How does that work? Because it's elective. Okay. Nominate Gebhard, my son and heir. So maybe, My god, the lack of military people we have in the kingdom is not good. And I can say kingdom now. It's true. We're a king. Which, I mean, means now we can go and give him the Duchy of Savoy. Hold up a second. How are you in the Duchy of Savoy? Count Peter the Just. Well, son of a bitch. I don't want Schweiss to wind up... No, that is just frustrating. How many kids do you have? You've got the one daughter. Arg. Okay, whatever. Grant landed title, Duchy of Savoy. Enjoy. We'll go with... I mean, he's the only duke. We might as well make sure he's feeling pretty pleased with himself. And you want to become the steward anyway with a stewardship rank of 4? Have your priorities straight, man. We'll sow discontent again. I don't think that'll put Gebhard the Younger in any sort of threat or danger. And now that I'm king, can I demand... No, I can't demand the Emperor hand over anything. There's got to be a way to do that. Do I have to plot for it? Let's see. Seniority, Gavelkin, Lower Crown, Independence, and then a whole bunch of people to become Emperor. But there's no way for me to be like, you should give me the land that I need, that is rightfully mine. Oh, that's going to bug me. That's going to bug me until I read the comments from 3 episodes ago. You guys tell me how to do that. I hope. The world will not weigh me down anymore. I have a new spring in my step, joy in my heart, and a smile on my face. It's because you're a king, man. It's good to be the king. And I don't think we're going to lose it. And... yeah. As long as this election works. And it should. Because the Duke of Dauphine, the Frenchman... he's just voting for himself. The Duke of Provence is just voting for himself. It's us, my vote, and obviously the Duke of Savoy who's going to be voting as well. That should be okay. You just won't go for that at all, will you? I bet we could snag these two if we broke up their realm, but I really want to get Valais. That's gonna be the focus now. Probably to my detriment. I mean, it's a relatively rich province. The Italian lands are more wealthy and, you know, larger, better, stronger in every sense, especially Monferrato there. So I don't know, maybe focusing in on Valais is a bad idea. But I'm still excited that we're a freaking king. We're the king of Burgundy, man. We did it. 1167. Now we just gotta survive. Well, survive and thrive. We'll figure out what we're gonna do next. And I think maybe Lombardy would be the best bet. I think. Not 100%. No, honestly, the best bet would probably be Susa, because we already have some land in it. And then once we gain, you know, 2 holdings, we can make, who was this, Dieter here, Duchy of Susa, and, you know, press his claims. Hey, the Pope likes us, but, you know, we lost a commander. So, Heribert, there you go. I watched from the shadows as my spymaster, Count Lambert, surreptitiously marked a spot on the wall with a piece of chalk. This might be his normal skullduggery, but my intuition says not. Time to spy on the spy. There we go. I and my trusted snoops will keep an eye on my spy. Oh, let's unpause the game, so we're not just sitting here not watching the world go by. Would it be better to build a level 3 keep or a new holding? I think a new holding. I'm not having much luck. I'm sure he's up to something because I got a special event that told me he was. Found out nothing new about useful about Count Lambert, but I am not going to... We'll just spy on someone else. I'm sure the event chain will continue. I'm amazed Frisia has stayed independent. I'd like to get as big as Frisia one day. We'll see if that's possible. We should also, something I haven't checked in a while, who are my allies? Count of Genevieve, that's fine. Count of Württemberg. Strategos of Charenton, who's probably not going to get involved in any war. The Duchy of Swabia, the Bishop of Engelberg, and the Duke of Savoy. And more commanders. We need to get some military people in the kingdom. I suppose to really effectively do that, we'll have to get into a proper fight. And we still have targets in Italy, which is key because we're nowhere near strong enough to take on the French. 8,000 men. It sounds like a lot, and it is, potentially a lot, but it's not enough to fight, I hate to use the phrase proper, but it's not enough to fight proper kingdoms. You have an heir. If your character dies, you will play as Philip von Habsburg. Gebhard's no longer Chancellor. King Gebhard I passed over to heaven at the age of 65. A good retirement age. We're still the king. And now we need to nominate Philip. That's what we'll do. Nominate Philip. So that should be nice and spread out, and then we'll get once Philip's old enough, we'll do the old trick of giving him Savoy and doing fun things that way. Shortly after the death of your father, Gebhard I the Strange, you were brought a strange piece of news. It seems that his library was raided, the only item stolen being a strange old book of Arabian origin. 2 servants who were in the library at the time were found dead, though witnesses refused to describe the state of their bodies. So there goes the book. We're not the same man my father was, that's for sure. What do we got? Slothful, brave, proud, gregarious, and just. I think what we'll do, we'll go with a family focus. A traveling poet who calls himself a bard has arrived today. You can stay as long as you like, sir. And we need an ambition. What do we get at? We're going to try and become the Imperial Chancellor. And why not? We have a lot to offer the Empire if the Empire is willing to help us out. My little daughter, Princess Lutgard, always has her nose in the scriptures and spends all her time among the priests. I am not zealous. I am magnanimous, just, gregarious, proud, brave, slothful, and a gray eminence. Let's take a look at you. You're charitable and zealous. I don't think we need to raise a zealot. I'd rather not raise a zealot at this stage. There's nothing, that says we're immensely religious, so... Been corresponding regularly with my sister Emma, and always make sure to see her whenever I get the chance. It's a harsh world and family must stick together. This is what I've been saying for generations. Holy shit. Pardon my French. My nephew! Yay! I guess that makes sense. It's her second husband. Who she's married to now, obviously. What do you got? 144,000 troops? And I don't think anybody would come to your aid. Do we just want to take venison? I think we might just want to take venison. How's our troops looking? Our troops are itching for a fight, basically. Yeah, let's get this finished off. Let's finish off what Dad started. De jure claim on venison. That land rightfully belongs to the Kingdom of Germany. Kingdom of Burgundy. Who have we got? Swabia? Does everybody want in on this? Bohemia, you interested? Yeah, you're in. Okay. Yeah, let's call everybody in. I have to imagine everybody's going to be relatively on side for this. Let's meet up in Savoy. Although, 23rd of June. Yeah, so we'll wait for the main force to make it out. Yay, everybody's coming in. 17th of June. It's just you left. You're not going to make it out. You're 100 troops. We won't bother with you, and we will make sure that Provence there doesn't hack you down where you stand. Alright, let's slow her down to speed 3, combine our forces up, and try and find the best commanders we can. Dieter, you are in charge. Cosimo, you're up next. And Giguère, there you go. Let's get marching. Aldrich von Argau claims that he would be a better marshal than Gunther. 15. Gunther, 11. Yeah, Aldrich, you're in. This could potentially mean I've lost a commander of an army, but I haven't. It's good. No, you know what? Actually, no. We'll let you get there. 4, 5, 6, you're in, and you are out on the 20th, and we're in there on the 20th. Can we stop you from going? 17th, 22nd. Yeah, you are gone. That's fine. We got plenty of troops coming in. Alright, taking a look at it. Oh, no, they're going to go fight. Alright, you guys go do that. We'll siege down their holdings, and then you guys just come back, and we should be able to storm the castle. And we got 3,000 more men coming in. Oh, but why are you going anywhere? You don't need to go anywhere. We can end this war quick if you would have just stayed. So basically, the rule of thumb when you're sieging down holdings is if you don't have 10 times the defender strength, variable, of course, on the quality of troops, the tech level, and other things of that nature, but basically 10 times the troop strength, you're gonna not want to click the attempt to assault. This would go much faster, guys, if we all came together. I mean, we're already at a 71% war score anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's just, it's a matter of time. Jutta von Habsburg is now legal age. Intricate web weaver, just a kinswoman. We'll send her off to... Why not? Let's start getting involved in some Italian provincial politics. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. So it's unfortunate her prestige dropped down to pretty much nothing. But that's okay. She'll still be able to do, you know, increase the Habsburg influence in some rich Italian trading families. So, you know, it's not necessarily bad. And I mean, at this stage, we might as well just hack them down as quick as we can. 85%. That siege should end quickly. And, yeah, I mean, now, at this stage in the war, we can kick it up to speed 4, because it's just basically waiting. Waiting for us to just take over land. This should be coming quick, guys. Our knowledge of shipbuilding has increased. That is wholly unnecessary. There we go, 100%. Look at that. You. We're done here. Thank you. We'll go ahead, knock down our troops, let that tick by for a day, and we are not under any sort of succession crisis whatsoever. And now I think... Oh no, we need one more. One more holding. So we're gonna have to get nice from Genoa to be able to form the Duchy of Provence, and then give us a good solid claim on Provence itself. But yeah, that's gonna be stage 2. And then picking off these will be relatively easy, I think, provided nobody beats us to it. But at this stage, yeah, Provence is just basically our punching bag for expansion. Which is good. There's been some definite progress. Not maybe as much as I would like, but that's okay. We still got you working. And like I say, once Philip here becomes of age, we'll give him the county or the Duchy of Savoy. He'll become an elector, and of course he's going to vote for himself. So that's 2 votes for us. That's great. You want my courtier to marry a prince? Sure. I don't know why you don't want our families to get, married up together, but that's okay. We'll go with it. And I am going to need to find some people to rule the provincial lands that I've just taken. So let's take a look at our court. Who has served us well and likes us? Gunther. You're a lowborn. That's okay. You are going to get venison. Grant landed title. County of Venison. Congratulations. You're now von Württemberg. And you're 100% loyal to us. I likes it. For Caliquare, we should give that to somebody as well. Let's go with people who like us. And Gunzelin, do you have kids? We'll give it to you two. Why not? Grant landed title, County of Folcaire. There we go. So, we got some new vassals. Hopefully they start making the babies. I suppose we could do our best to attempt to do that by... We don't have any young enough kids. That does suck. But it is what it is. We'll just have to ride it out. Did we wind up getting any geniuses? No. So, Mom's genius trait will hopefully show up in the family tree at some point. It should, right? Being a genius is genetic. Anyway, guys, I think it's going to be a good place to leave the video for today. We didn't get Savoy. Why? No. We gotta... Before I leave, let's get this sort... Wow. That is depressing. We'll put you in charge. Collect some taxes. Train troops. You're fabricating claims. We don't need to do that anymore. Fabricating claims in there? No, we do not need to do that whatsoever. Can we get a better spy? We can get a buttload better spy master. You cover our ass there. We should be able to get a better court chaplain who can go suck up to the Pope. Hey, Pope, will you give us money? No. Okay, that's fine. What else we got? That's pretty much covered in there, unless we can go for a better marshal. Maybe. But I think, no, because Dieter doesn't even want to be on the council. He just wants to have a kid. He just wants to start a family, man. And I shouldn't have to fight my liege. Like, that should be a thing of last resort. Anyway, I'm going to continually talk about that until Valais actually becomes mine, so let's just leave this off then. Habsburgs, give it a save. Whoa, cancel, don't compress. Thank you. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed the video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.